Hey YouTube, Steven TheSalonGuy here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about growing out the undercut. Now I've talked about this topic many times, but I'm going to talk about it again because I get numerous amounts of inquiries from you guys wondering, how do I grow my hair out? How do I grow an undercut out? What do I do? And there's lots of information out there, but I figured, coming from me, I can share my expertise of what I've experienced and how I've done it on my clients. So let's get started. So are you a dude with this type of haircut or this type of undercut, or a dude with a haircut like this? Either way, you probably at some point want to grow out these haircuts. So the best way to do it, honestly, let it grow. You have to let all the underneath hair grow in, and it will be a painful process, but obviously this all has to grow in. And then besides that, this is all going to get long on top too. So what do? What you need to do is continue to grow this and start to cut this shorter as it eventually grows out to where you have something to work with, where you can then create a brand new style. All right, so here is an example of an undercut that is a little bit longer on the sides. So at some point your hair will grow from that number 1 guard into something like this, which is probably like a number 3 guard. So you could either leave it at this point and still leave it disconnected on top or throughout the back. Or what you can do is continue to grow this and then cut the top to where it's all even. Here's an example of growing out the undercut part, but then kind of connecting this. So if your hair is a bit shorter on top, you can actually work some sort of style like this to where it's still somewhat disconnected, but it's not really ready to blend yet. You can create some sort of textured cropped short haircut on top, which I think looks really cool. So again, as you can see, as this grows out, you cut this shorter and you can create a look something like this. Here's another example of growing out a haircut to where you can actually, let's bring this over here, see this all grows in to where it's all even and all blendable. Now obviously the top is a bit longer in through here, but if you grow this all out to where it goes about maybe 1.5 inches to 2 inches to 3 inches long, you could eventually have a completely blended haircut, and then maybe start to work this where it's a lot longer and this doesn't have to be so disconnected. And then finally, here's an example of a haircut to where it's all pretty much even throughout the entire top and the sides, to where you've got this probably about 1.5 inches to 2 inches all the way in through here, maybe 3 inches the most, but I'd say a good 2.5 inches pretty consistently throughout the whole head. So if you want something a little more kind of edgy and a little bit of a longer textured haircut, I think this is a really great version, and your hair can get this type of haircut if you eventually grow everything out and then cut it all even. And then lastly, a lot of you guys want to know what products to use as you grow it out. Honestly, like if your hair is really short, like what I showed you before, use some sort of paste, something where you can actually create its own style by using something that adds a lot of texture to your hair. So when you're styling your hair, you can actually create some separation and some pieciness so that it looks like it's actually part of the style. And that works better on short hair. If your hair is much longer, just simply use the same thing you've been using on the top of your hair. Just let the sides grow out, that's all you can really do. So that's it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this topic. Let me know in the comments below if this helped you guys out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more videos with TheSalonGuy.